All right, so now we're going to look at how to run our target. So once you've created your target, you may just have probably just have one target in here, and it's fine if your base is blank. It should be blank. So I just have two in here because I'm going to look at two different ones, but you probably only have one. Just click on the create button below. Now you have several ready-made reports to look at, including your demographics. So we're going to look at people who bought Patagonia apparel in the last 12 months. What do these people typically look like? So here we just get some overall demographics of what these people look like, including uh, their sex, their age, um, their education, and their income. There are some other demographics in here, but those are the most important ones under here. If we go back out to the main menu, you can see that we also have some very helpful segmentations. It starts off with automotive, which may not be helpful for you. But if you come under here, under chart settings, and then underneath chart settings, there's a thing that says category. If you drop down category, you can change this to anything you want, including shopping and buying. So people who purchase Patagonia, what type of shoppers are they? Well, 19% are free spirited shoppers. And then that explains what a free spirited shopper is down here. 19% are retail therapy shoppers. And again, explains what that means down here. But 27% are impressionable buyers. That's what that means down here. And 20% are selective buyers, and 14% are loyal and efficient shoppers. So I think this one will be very helpful for you when you're looking at your segmentations. There's also fashion and style that you may want to take a look at, and civic participation. There's green, there's leisure styles, social media, all kinds of really interesting things in there that you'll want to take a look at. Can you download this information? Yes, you can export it as either an Excel table or as a PowerPoint slide, whichever you prefer. If you go back out to the main menu, you also see there's a link to psychographics. It defaults at first to advertising. How do my people who purchase Patagonia feel about advertising? And then these are some of their feelings about advertising. But just like it worked in segmentation, it works the same way under psychographics. So under chart settings, there's categories. And under categories, attitudes towards advertising is only the first of many options that you can look at. How do they feel about buying styles? And then here are several different questions. And then the percent of people that agreed with this statement, from the most agreement to the least agreement. So for down here, a celebrity endorsement may motivate me to buy a product. Only 4% agreed with that. However, if you look at the index number, it is still a high index number. So you get both your index number and your percentage. If you don't, if you're not familiar with index numbers are probability numbers. Is this group more or less likely than the general public to do this thing? So even if we look at the 215, the average is 100. So if we're at 100 down here, that means this group is neither more or less likely than the general public to agree with the statement. To agree with the statement, I usually read the information on product labels. They're completely average. But if you look here, buying American products is important to me. They are less likely than the general public to agree with that statement. But if you look up here at the 215%, I am willing to pay more for a product that is safe for the environment. They are 115% more likely than the general public to agree with that statement. And then 23% of them did. Again, you can also download or export here to either PowerPoint or an Excel table. Go back out to the main menu. I'm not sure if any of these other charts are interesting to you or not, but you can also look at their social media usage and general media usage and television viewing, streaming online services, those sorts of things. There's a whole wealth of information here. If you have any questions, please let me know.